Okay, I'm here today to introduce you to a spirit, which is an enormous power of creativity and change. And that is the spirit of time. It simply does have the power to change the way you think, act, and feel. And it does it very, very sneaky, very subtle. It reworks your subconscious mind before you even get aware of it. By promising a little thing in your ear, it whispers you the promise of a successful life. Just for an example, if you drink a green smoothie, okay, do you drink it because you're all absolutely crazy about liquid cold spinach? Well, I don't think so, because I believe you drink it because you believe in the promise. You believe in the promise of health, and that at the moment is a massive spirit. And it's manifesting in countless products, trends, and services. So especially food and cosmetics are extremely patient when it comes to the spirit's new promises. Have you ever wondered why it's so easy for a hair conditioner to go vegan? Or why, for example, a shampoo is so intelligent these days that it even finds autonomously the damages in your hair, can even repair it? Okay? Well, suddenly you go around and you spot that more and more stuff is alluring you with becoming increasingly intelligent. And when you then just come across a kindergarten, yes, a kindergarten called Academy, you really should not wonder, okay? Because when the next big thing for a good life is to be highly intelligent, the promise is spreading everywhere. And of course, it conquers what we hope for our children. And that's why, for me, for example, I just love to research kindergarten names, because they tell you so much about the spirit and its ways. But every promise is just temporary. And increasingly, we do believe that for a good life, we have to unfold our individual talents without any boundaries. And knowing this, I believe it truly makes sense when I tell you I just came across a kindergarten who's named Awakening Intelligence. Just imagine the smoothies and the shampoo that will correspond with this new belief, okay? But simply also just imagine how this could lead to a complete change of society when there is a generation of very awakened and talented people who maybe are more and more seeking for the personal pull in their life than adjusting. So, to have awareness for these new tales of time, you have to be aware of the manifestations of the spirit of time. And they can come in any shapes and forms. For example, they come in movies, books, products, thoughts, and ideas. And very often, it starts with a feeling. Then you see a phenomenon of any of these life areas, and that could be the attraction point for change. Just recently, I came across a young woman who told me, all my life, everybody told me that having children is a problem maker. But I believe that maybe it's time to rethink what a child means in the life of a young woman. Maybe, and it's just a feeling, she said, they could be pleasure makers. And she's 23 now, and she has been imprinted by the current spirit's promises of whispering, you can have it your way, just be whatever you want to be, and it's all about you. And along with the feministic movement, she really deeply believes that she can make things happen for her. And she said to me, being a young mother by choice made her even stronger. Okay, this is just a glimpse, yes? Just a little flash, just a flavor of an upcoming longing. But if you watch the new young urban media scene, you can see that this idea is gaining status at the moment and may lead to a shift in motherhood, and, as you know, the rest may follow. And this has not happened by determination of the government, it happens by a feeling. She felt it's time, and with the feeling comes the longing. And that is the force of change. That is the power of the spirit of time. So sometimes we just cannot imagine what the world's turned into. we can simply not think about what one little longing, what kind of impact it has on the social change. But let me reassure you, there's absolutely no conviction and no opinion that is here to stay. And when you think about it, mostly we do tend to believe that the future is proceeding linear, but what we miss out is that along the line, new legs, new longings, or new promises of a successful life are developing and leading to change. So to keep this power inside, what you have to do, and this is a little bit difficult, you have to give up judging. Because every time when something is happening, there is something to understand. And when you judge, you simply miss out on the new tales of time. And for me, that mindset is quite easy because honestly, I was a pretty strange kid. I really believe from a very early age on, and nobody knows why, but I had that feeling that the current belief system around me is not worth to be trusted. And I was highly intrigued in foreign cultures because they give me proof that one can think about one matter or any cultural matter in 1,001 different ways, and understanding that what we believe in now is just a matrix and not the end of wisdom. It just gave me great joy and yes, also a lot of difficulties to find my place in life. But luckily I became a cultural scientist, and with His Spirit today, it makes it happen that I stand on this stage here today and you are all listening to me. And I really doubt that you would have just a few decades ago. So you ask me, what is then the opposite of judging? Well, I tell you, for me, the opposite of judging is to be amazed. Because when you are amazed about how the new comes into the world, you are able to catch the fresh longings when they're still liquid. And then you can create them, you can shape them, you can design them before they go solid in countless trends, products, and later on in institutions. So, for example, you want to create an exciting new hotel or a new brand for man. Just start to explore the emerging longings while they're still liquid. Include them into your vision, and then you create something magical, and that is resonance, a home for an upcoming feeling. And when you do this, you are also able to create something new when you have something to preserve. For example, you have something where you really believe in the substance and it's a bit outdated. You also can research the spirit of time for new longings and find maybe a suitable new promise that will address what you have in a brand new way. The Spirit shows when a collective longing is facing a dead end in the current system and seeks for a new approach to gain fulfillment. And I truly believe this is very, very human, and it deserves our creativity and our empathy. So the art to play with the spirit of time is to be aware of the dynamic of longing. Then you can become a spirit maker instead of just following trends. For that, you need your heart and your mind to get in tune with this extremely powerful and creative force that whispers in your ear and changes the way you think, act, and feel. Thank you very much.